Guild Wars 2 bugs have always been here, but today a bug on a class that has been here for 2 years is actually preventing people to progress through one of the hardest fights in Guild Wars 2, Cerus, CM and Legendary mode. Let's talk about it. Subscribe to the channel for more content of this, go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support me, and let's get into it. So, what happened? Apparently, Virtuoso, you know Virtuoso is one of the biggest and most important classes in the game right now, very, very good, and of course it's very important for Cerus CM because of the fact that, this fight has a lot of, little circles that will appear on your feet, and distorting them, that makes you invulnerable, those little guys thing there, it's very good because you could, become invulnerable when they appear on your feet, and that way you can actually just move out of them. Very, very good, very, very useful, and you already want to use Virtuosos in this fight anyways because of the portals and the range that it has and the insane amount of damage. So, it's a very important part of the fight. But sadly, Distortion has been disabled right now because you could make a little bug here that apparently has been here for a long time, for 2 years, where you would just, get permanent distortion, so become invulnerable while being able to do any sort of damage. So you can just put, just blast Virtuosos and just be invulnerable forever, which is not obviously intended and not something good. Now, why hasn't this been fixed until now? I think it's because, well, nobody knew about it. There's only a few people that actually knew. You can see the for some reason is a clip on Rumble of all the places that you could have it, but you can see right here how they make it, and you can see the effect right there. Right now, they disabled it right now. They have disabled it, so you cannot do it anymore, and they're gonna fix it for a June 25 game update. But of course, this means that nobody can actually progress to Cerus CM right now because, well, one of the most strongest classes that and one of the biggest, most important parts of that class is disabled. So any type of progression right now, considering the fact that this is going to be fixed, is kind of useless. I was going to run this week for Legendary mode. We already killed CM, and we are not going to be able to do it, which definitely sucks. Now, that being said, I do think it's good that they, disable it, because we don't want people to actually, abuse this. But at the same time, this has been here for 2 years, so why didn't they fix it before? And people are actually, talking about this in the comments, like, oh, well, it kind of sucks that, that this is gonna expose right now here, and now people know how to do it, and we got it disabled. But also, well, this is the only way that this actually is gonna get fixed in the first place, right? This comment does it pretty well, right? On one hand, I like that bugs like this don't go mainstream, but on the other hand, I hate it that it will take exactly that happening for ANET to fix it. Now, the problem is, and I think one thing that people don't really understand about this kind of bugs is that there's a reason why they don't fix it, because they're not priority. If people don't know, and there's only like 1 or 2 people who actually know how to do it, and they do it, why fix it now when you can fix it later instead of fixing the things that are actually good that affect players every day? They have been fixing a lot of things all the time, right? There are probably way many more bugs like this that exist in the game that people just don't know about, that they're probably, well, what's the point in fixing it? Might as well just fix, I don't know, the Wizard's Tower, the Wizard's Vault having a weird interaction when you click on it and people get very affected by it, right? It's probably more important. And also, another thing that's important to think about here is that a lot of these things that got fixed one time, then later they'll appear in some other way. So it's just kind of like a cat and a mouse kind of game, right? You fix one bug or another one appears, right? Whack-a-mole, I guess, is a better way of looking at it. It's just, there's always gonna keep happening, right? So at some point you kind of have to just be like, okay, well, I guess some bugs are just gonna be there, and until they actually appear on the live stream, they don't have to fix it, right? We shouldn't fix it, right? And in some ways, you could argue that this being exposed is taking, time of development to fix other bugs. Now, is that actually true? I don't really know. Like, it could be also that they're being, lazy in this regard, or they just didn't, care about it enough. And maybe it's a good thing because it's gonna get fixed. Honestly, it's hard to tell. But I do think it's kind of like this. It's not like a black and white situation, right? We also have the same issue apparently. Now, this got deleted, so maybe it's actually not true. There was a way. I'm not gonna reveal how. Apparently, according to this post, that you could actually give permanent quickness with Herald. Now, it doesn't seem like I mean, I think there's a reason why this got posted. It probably didn't work, and I actually tried it myself, and it didn't work. So I'm guessing that it's actually maybe not actually true. So Now, I do think there's a few comments like this that are actually not very real. At this point, I'm waiting for all the legendary CM specs to be outed with exploits. Once they fix all the exploits, we discover you can't actually beat the fight. This is not actually true, right? Nobody that actually did the legendary mode, well, not nobody, but most people did not use any of these exploits, and it's completely doable without the exploits. Like, I've done it, Snap has done it, and it's definitely something that you can do. You don't need them at all to do it. Now, it does come with the question though, are these classes too important, too powerful? Is Virtuoso too powerful? And I would say yes. Not only they have something very important like portals that are very useful inside of this fight, but you also have the distortion, right? And you also have an insane amount of damage, and you're also range. Like, all these things, well, will make it so everyone's gonna run Virtuoso at all times, right? Like, there's really no reason not to. And some people are saying that it's a design problem, but I don't think really using portals in a fight and being forced to use at least some portals is a bad idea. Now, could it be better balanced in terms of design, in terms of the fight design? Probably. Or could it be better in terms of balanced design? Not balanced design. Could it be better for in balance, in the game's balance, to actually make it so other classes can actually do this fight as well? Yeah, probably. Like, should you... but that would probably mean like getting more classes portals and stuff, because they're so useful, especially in a fight like this. So it is definitely something that it is a bit of... I think it's a bit of both. I think the design of the fight could require a bit less of portals, but also Virtuoso is way too powerful and it probably shouldn't be. So it is something that has to be considered. Now, there have been people who actually have killed legendary CM without Mesmers, right? It can definitely be done, but considering the fact of how good Virtuoso is right now, it doesn't really seem like there's any reason to do it. So I'm gonna probably end up on this side of, yes, Virtuoso should be nerfed more than the fight should be redesigned. At the end of the day, Cerus is a pretty good fight, so I'm not really that much worried about it. That being said, that is the whole situation here. I'm sure they'll fix it very soon. I would hope... I mean, for me, I really would have hoped that it got fixed before the 25th, because now, well, we can't do really anything here, right? We can't... I had the Cerus CM on Friday and Saturday. Now I don't, so I'm kind of fucked in that regard. So, well, what are you gonna do, right? sometimes you lose. But there you go. That's more about it. Tell me what you guys think. I'm very curious to see what you guys think about this one in particular. I wasn't gonna make a video about it, but people have been talking about it a lot, so I'm kind of interested to see what you guys say. It also just kind of affects a little bit on the World vs. World alliance thing, because you can't use distortion, and Virtuoso was actually a build that it would be used in certain Zergs. So I think it was mostly GVG, but I'm pretty sure in some Zergs you could actually use it as well. So yeah, it's still gonna affect everything, right? But Virtuoso is still pretty good. I think I saw a comment of people being like, yeah, even though distortion is disabled, who cares? It's very good anyways. It has range, it has lifesteal, does a lot of damage. The rotation is fun. I'm gonna play it anyways. And honestly, pre-base distortion is very powerful to become invulnerable every like 20 seconds whenever you want. Yeah, pretty powerful whenever you also have 2 dodges as well. But there you go. That is the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. See you guys around. Go to my Twitch to watch me live. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support me. Go to my Discord to hang out off stream. I actually muted myself right now because I was hanging out with people, and now I'm gonna go back. So thank you very much for watching, guys. See you guys around. Love you all. Bye.